He wrote the letter on a rainy night, the kind of night when silence feels heavier than words. The lamp on his desk flickered as he poured his heart onto paper, line after line, finally confessing everything he kept buried for years. He told her how her laughter had been the light that carried him through his darkest days, how her kindness had touched corners of his soul no one else had ever reached, and how, even if the world stood against him, he would still choose her, always her. When he finished, his hands trembled. He read it over once more, then folded the paper carefully, sliding it into an envelope. On the front, he wrote her name in bold, steady strokes, like a promise carved into stone. He sealed it with a kiss and whispered to himself, asterisk, tomorrow she will finally know. Asterisk, but tomorrow never came. As he walked down the street in the early morning, the envelope tucked safely inside his jacket. He didn't notice when it slipped from his pocket. It landed silently on the wet pavement, rain trickling over it, until a gust of wind carried it toward the gutter. The letter disappeared beneath the street, swallowed by the city, never to reach the hands it was meant for. She waited, day after day. She looked for some sign, some word, some gesture that he felt what she felt. But nothing came. The silence grew louder than her hope, and in that silence, she convinced herself that he had never cared at all. He thought she had rejected him. She thought he had never loved her. Years passed. She married someone else. He left for another city, trying to build a life far from the ghost of what could have been. But in the quiet of lonely nights, he still wrote her letters he never sent. His drawers filled with unsent confessions, his heart chained to a love that lived only on paper. Decades later, life brought him back to their hometown. The streets had aged, just like him, lined with cracks and faded memories. Road workers were repairing the drains when one of them pulled out a crumpled, weathered envelope. Its paper stiff from years of water and dirt. The name on the front was still there, faded but visible. It was hers. Hands shaking, he opened it, and as his eyes scanned the words, tears blurred the ink. It was his letter, the one he thought she had ignored, the one that never reached her. But now it was too late. She was gone. Her grave rested quietly on a hill overlooking the town, her name carved into stone. He stood there, holding the letter against his chest, whispering the words she was meant to read long ago. And in that moment, he realized their love had been stolen not by choice, not by rejection, but by fate, in a single letter that never reached her.